Okay, hi everyone. I'm so excited to talk about this topic because this is my favourite topic, which is all about communication and how to talk JP without having fear of rejection and doing it with such a big heart and just knowing that Juice Plus is only a vehicle to help people live a better life, and it's just this product that can simply bridge the gap between something that they're not eating and they should be eating, and it's as simple as that. So let me just take a big deep breath in, release the IKEA building, and come back to center. Okay, so what we wanted to talk about today, and I think it's pretty clear from the team that there's a few things we need to cover off on when it comes to sharing Juice Plus. And we're not going to talk about what is Juice Plus so much today, but we're going to talk about how to articulate, how to verbiage, how to share, how to talk Juice Plus, and go all the way to the end result. So the first things first is that telling somebody what to do is not anyone's favourite thing. Who likes being told what to do? Nobody really. Nobody likes being told anything, but because we're not in a school environment, we're not in a work environment. In this environment, we actually are there just to share. And when we share, we're actually caring about people. So if you ever feel like you're telling somebody, and if you ever feel like you're rebutting against something that they're saying to protect the identity of Juice Plus, to protect what you're doing, you're in the wrong mind state. So first of all, everyone is entitled to their opinions, and everyone's entitled to their discrepancies, or they're entitled to every part of scrutiny that they may have, because all they're really saying to you each and every time is, I need more information. Now, there's two things you can do. One, you can curl up into a ball and fight back, curl up into a ball and run away, or you can fight back, right? But both of those two things are the wrong things to do. The best thing to do is say, wow, that's a really good question. Can I get back to you in 24 hours? I think there's a few people I would like to reach out to so I can get the exact answer for you. And then that empowers you, and it actually lets that person know that you're going to come back to them with care. So what we want to do today is make you feel more comfortable so you never, ever, ever get rejected. And if you hear some of the NMDs speak, they wouldn't know what that rejection's like anymore, because they've got past ever being rejected, because they've got such a beautiful way of articulating things, and also they've let go of holding on to that one person that they've got to get on to Juice Plus. They basically just drop lots of little seeds over and over again, and some will fly and some won't, and that's okay, but they get themselves in a rhythm of sharing. So sharing JP isn't about selling a product, okay? You see, selling is telling, and no one really likes being told what to do. So sharing JP is a simple vehicle for caring for somebody's health and then in turn their wealth. Now, one of the most profound things that I ever learned in this business from Bronwyn and Tamara was that every potential customer, was my next potential NMD. So are you going to just share Juice Plus with them, sign them up, and then let them go? Or are you going to care for them right through to the point where they have the most amazing health turnaround, and then all of a sudden they can't help but naturally share it too? Because the point is that we want to naturally share Juice Plus. We don't want to unnaturally share it. If it feels forced, people can feel that. They just want you to be really, really super excited about something, and they want you to care about them. Now, people will buy from people who they like, people who they trust, and people that are positive. So are you those three people? Are you likable? Are you to be trusted? Are you fun and enthusiastic when you share Juice Plus? Because people get so wound up in the excitement of things. You say, oh my gosh, I'm having so much fun with all these beautiful girls, and it's the best thing I've done in a long time. And they can feel that energy from you. And I don't know what you're selling. They don't even care. I mean, I remember Jade Baxter, National Marketing Director, who now lives in Bali. She got to SDVF and then she got a paycheck, and she actually said to Tracy, do we get paid to do this? She didn't actually know she was having that much fun with Tracy that she got swept up in this amazing journey called Juice Plus. And so I want to share this with everybody today because it needs to feel really natural for you. And if it doesn't feel natural, you need to do your research on the product and embed some belief into your heart. Read and research and ask questions and get that knowledge so you feel safe and secure sharing the most amazing product on the planet. Okay, top tips for caring for someone. Okay, make and establish the connection first. Whatever you do, if you don't know that person very well, don't share Juice Plus with them in 2 seconds flat. This is only my opinion, by the way. I like to develop long-term friendships and loyal friendships. I like to care for my customers long-term. So I wouldn't meet someone in 5 minutes and then start sharing Juice Plus and try to sell them Juice Plus, because people go, well, she doesn't really want to be my friend. She doesn't really want to care for me. She just wants to sell me something. And nobody likes that feeling of feeling used. So that's personally how I would develop the relationship first. Go for a walk with that person. Do something different with them. Be friendly, be likable, be positive, and give a little bit of your vulnerable self. So the way that women connect, and we're talking women here, men connect on a totally different level. But since we're 90% women on the call tonight, the way that women connect is through vulnerability. If I share a little bit about my pain, you'll share a little bit about your pain. And when the pain points are discovered, that's when we can be the solution-orientated distributors. So you want to hear them say, you know, it'd be so amazing to do what you do, Nat, but I don't think I have the confidence. That's what you want them to say. And then you get to say, do you know, I'd love to do this with you. I couldn't imagine journeying with someone more beautiful. And do you know what? I was just like you when I started too. Don't sell them anything else, just stop there. So it's that little tiny vulnerable connection that actually builds strong relationships. Give kindness, give resources, give time. So I always do nice things. So I've got a beautiful girlfriend, Suey Clark. We just did this juice cleanse together. And she's just gone through a series of health bits and pieces. So I've just been reaching out to her every couple of days to see how she's going. And I just love her. I absolutely love her. I've gone out to her farm and stayed with her overnight, and we've made a really strong bond. And now she's asking, can I start this Juice Plus journey with you? Can I do this too? Do you think there's room in this for me? I said, there's room whenever you're ready. When do you think's a good time for you? So she goes, let me just get past these health bits and pieces, and then let's look at it on this date. And so we've locked that in as a friendship catch-up. And that's been 4 or 5 catch-ups. And she really is a beautiful person that I love to pieces. When you've established that connection, ask questions, get to know them and get to know their pain points. I don't have a friend that I call a friend that I don't know their pain points. Surface relationships don't work in this business. This is a very deep, connective business where people have pain. Health and wealth are 2 of people's pain points. And if you don't get to know someone on a vulnerable level, you can't take them into ecstasy. And we're not talking about that kind of ecstasy, but you know what I mean. Okay, do something out of the ordinary, right? Caring for somebody can be as simple as sending them a beautiful card in the mail that says, hey, I was just thinking about you today, right? Or you can do something really cute like, hey, let's go for a walk on the weekend, and maybe let's take our shoes off and go across the beach, and let's embed our feet into the beach and set some intentions together, babe. You know, you can do something like that. You can take someone a pot of soup when they're sick. You can just ring them and say, hi, how are you? I just wanted to chat, but don't talk about Juice Plus. What are you going to do over and above the next person? Because it's the over and above distributors, the ones that care at the greatest level, that are the ones that excel. Now, I'll give you an example. Tamara spares no expense when it comes to people asking her questions. She knows that she probably shouldn't. She doesn't have a lot of time, and we're not promoting that, but that's what she's meant to me. I could always go to her. Abby always thinks about everything about you first. Like she'll ask you questions. How are you, babe? What's going on with you? Blah, blah, blah. And you know that with her. You know, everyone's got their their caring points. I could talk about every NMD because they all care at the highest level. Carla is the master of knowing what resource and information to give each person individually. And because of those qualities in those NMDs, that's why they are NMDs. It's not about signing somebody up onto the product and just walking away from them. This is about caring at the highest level, and what are you prepared to do to make a difference in the world? Okay. What to say? All right. Ask permission to share. You know, sometimes when we just share our story, can I share my story with you? Right? That's okay, but really ask those master ask questions. Get to know someone and then say something like this. You've just shared something so vulnerable with me. Can I share a little of my story? And maybe it might resonate with you too, babe. And then, you know, you just have to share that very gently. And all it is, you know, as you've just shared, I told you, I too have had pain with A, financial struggles, B, with my health, C, with anxiety, depression, whatever it be. And a friend shared this simple whole food concentrate with me. And after a little thought, I simply said to myself, what if this was truly the last thing that I ever had to try? I started taking the product, and after a few weeks, I found myself with A, increased energy, B, clearer head, C, better bowel function, D, clearer skin, etc. Whatever your response to Juice Plus actually was. Since being on this for over 9 years, I can honestly say it's the one catalyst for all of my growth with health, a sense of direction, increased confidence and focus. And prior to that, I just wasn't that person. And then you say, Barbara, what if you could try something like this, you know, and you could feel the same way? Would that make a difference to your life? Now, I've read that. It doesn't sound real. It sounds very tacky. But the thing is, you say it in a way that feels right for you. And it is really about tapping into those vulnerable words and really saying, how would it make you feel if you could actually be on a product like this and it could actually rectify your health issues? What happens if this was the last thing that you ever had to try? So that's just one example, but there are so many, and that's just one story. So I'm hoping that will resonate with someone, a lot of you, maybe a bit of, you know, some of the blokes on the call are like, well, I certainly can't speak like that. But the thing is, with boys, it's much easier. With the boys, they can say, look, dude, you're not eating enough fruits and vegetables. I've been watching you for ages. I'm really worried about you, mate. I'm on this. The fam's on this. This is great. Just give it a go, you know. And literally, boys will respond well to that. So, you know, it really is right. And knowing your gender, knowing your target market, and being your brand. So sharing on social media. You really need to show 3 things on social media, I believe, for it to work for you. Now, I have to be very honest with everybody. I scheduled one ad, got over 100 responses, narrowed that down to about 18 different appointments, got 4 people in the business, and that was exhausting. It took a week of my time, and yes, it was worth it. But the people that I got into the business are not in the business anymore because they came off the internet for me. So for me, that doesn't work. So if you've struggled with social media and you like face-to-face, do that, if that feels right. But if you love social media and you're having success with that, please do more of that. But this is just from my perspective. So I just want to share what is working for me. So when I say share on social media, I think 3 things need to be addressed. Show your life in the most positive way. So give excellent content as well. So you want to make sure that you show your life in a positive way, but you also give excellent content. So you're actually giving people something. So you want to share something like, okay, so say you go on a holiday. You want to share a beautiful pic with your family, you know, somewhere amazing, and say, gosh, it's so amazing that we finally got here. You know, I feel so blessed right now. And then the next photograph or the next image or the next image and write-up could be something that actually gives content, you know, like something powerful about being a dreamer, about you always taught that you weren't able to dream. And now I know that we can all dream, and I've seen it in so many, and give that beautiful little write-up so they've got something to follow with your journey. So they're intrigued as to why you were a girl that wasn't a dreamer, but all of a sudden you have been able to dream because of the community that you're involved with. Now, this is just examples. And then show your personality, mix it up. So don't copy what I do because it probably doesn't work for everybody, but I did a DIY boomerang because I couldn't find the app. So I just made a video, right, like this. And then I put that up on my social media and said, DIY boomerang when you're 43 and can't find the app. And it got 600-700 views and 34 comments. And then people said, you're always having fun, Nat. You're so gorgeous. You know, and it just started conversations, and I made 4 or 5 conversations. And that was really powerful, to just show my personality, to be silly and be playful and to be Nat, to find that inner child. And so what I do is I rotate between showing my life, giving content, and showing my personality. And you can't, I said this to my beautiful distributor in New Zealand today. I said, you're so much fun. Show that fun side. You have such an incredible way of making everybody light up when you're around you, and you make everyone laugh. Why aren't you showing those funny little bloopers on Facebook and giving people a piece of your personality? Because that's your brand. Okay. And then when you get to do those things and people are engaging with you, that's when you can say, hey, do you want to go for a coffee catch up? We haven't caught up forever. Because when you do something different and when you're brave, what happens is God rewards the brave. And this is not a religious connotation, but it's just when you do something out of your comfort zone, different types of people are watching because they find it funny or they find it entertaining or they connect to it. So what you want to do is create those moments of connection on social media and then start engaging and then take it offline by catching up or organising a Zoom call or even a telephone call. Okay. What to say when they ask, what is JP? So you've made connections, you're hanging out, you've had 2 or 3 conversations with them, and they're asking, what is this thing you do? What's this product that you're on? Right now, most people just want to launch into the word Juice Plus. Now, if someone's got an issue with network marketing, if you say the word Juice Plus, they might instantly decide it's not for them. So I don't go in with Juice Plus. I'm always a soft entry. So I say things like, it's 100% plant-based, whole food, fruit, veg and berry concentrate that delivers high-quality nutrition to your cells. And as a food coach, it's something that I recommend, right? And you can say, as a mum, it's something that I think all mums need. As a dad, it's something that I think my whole family needs. As a doctor, I think everybody needs more fruits and vegetables to abstain from disease. You know, as a personal trainer, I see all my clients not eating enough nutrition. As a nurse, I see so many people sick, not eating enough nutrition. Any of us can use that. And you don't have to say Juice Plus. You can also say it's fruits and veggies in a vegan capsule. You know, it just bridges the gap between what we don't eat and what we should be eating. And all it does is simply increase energy levels so the body starts to heal itself, so the body starts to work for itself. Or you can say it's vine ripened, predominantly organically grown fruits and vegetables and berries in a vegan capsule. And so you can say it without having to say Juice Plus. And what that does is it allows you to have more conversation, right? Because say if you say Juice Plus straight away and then you say, oh, okay, I've got to go now, babe. And then they go off and they research it, they might decide it's not for them without you being the information giver, without you giving the trust, without you developing the relationship. But this, look, some of you will just want to say straight Juice Plus and you want to get onto it and you don't have enough time. And I get that. But can I have a show of hands? Who reckons they've said Juice Plus too early and they've lost people? Who's done that before? Or you've just Juice Plussed on someone's face, right? So, like, you know, if it's too early, you almost like, you can anticipate it. But if someone says, what's this thing that you take? You know, you've been talking about, you know, health and you say you take this amazing supplement. What is it? You say, you can say then it's Juice Plus. But if somebody asks, and you don't feel comfortable, talk about whole food concentrate, and then you can say, look, I can show it to you if you like. And when you physically show someone the beautiful packets, and you open up the packets and you open up a capsule and you put it into your hand and you let them taste it and you let them be physical with it and tactile with it and you let them visually see it, that sells itself every time, because they can see there's no constituents and fillers and binders in there. These are my IKEA workers behind me. It's my mum and dad. Anyway, so what to say when they ask you what you do? Okay, this is a good one, because I think this can be a little bit hard too. So I've always said I work with an international whole food company that produces a high quality whole food concentrate to anyone population that needs to eat more plant-based nutrition. And I think it's a really good way of making you connect with an international global company, and it raises and elevates your profile. So it's not like I sell Juice Plus. Well, first of all, no one likes to be sold to. And if someone's got some quirks with network marketing, they may not like the word Juice Plus. Nobody wants to be sold to. Everybody wants to make a decision for themselves. So if you say that, you know, I work with an international whole food company, they say, wow, you work with them? Wow, you work with them? Wow, we're inclusive. I want to be inclusive. I don't want to work for anybody. I want to work with people. So who wants to be a part of something bigger than themselves? Who wants to be a part of a movement or a really amazing culture? I do. You know, so this is important to use the right language. You can also say alongside of that, we assist all of our amazing community or clients, whatever you want to say, with healthy eating programs and lifestyle programs that help better their lives fully. And I love that, because you're basically saying we give more bang for our buck. We give people beautiful lifestyle programs and whole food programs. We're there to help you with your health from the very beginning to the very end. And I think that's important too. And then how to close. Last and not least, let's talk about how to close. So I've got 4 closes that I use, and maybe you could practice these, but the soft question is the one I use mostly. And the soft question is, look, you know, babe, we've been talking about this for months. Maybe it is the last thing you have to try. Why don't we just give it a go together, right? Why don't we do this thing together? And, you know, when someone feels they have to go on a health journey, it can be really scary for them. But if they know that someone's doing it with them, they're more likely to say, okay, let's do this together. And then commit to doing it together with them by looking after them really well. Okay, that's my example of a soft question, but your soft question might be totally different. Number 2 is the assumptive close. And this is something that you have to be super confident with, but I think that most NMDs do this all the time. And the assumptive close is, okay, babe, when are we gonna do this? When are we gonna order your product for you? Because I want to get you started now. I want to see you in a better place today, tomorrow, next week. I want to see you better your health, because it's time, babe. Right? So the assumptive close is really just assuming that they're definitely going to go on the product. Okay, the offer. This is for the timid ones who need to close some deals, who want to get more customers on quickly. They want to get their 5 customers a month. They want to get their 10, and they've set themselves a goal. And the offer could be, look, in the month of June, we're giving away $20 worth of complete to everybody that places an order of fruit, veg and berry this month. You just give 4 of your sachets, 2 veggies, 2 chocolate and 2 vanilla to your customer, but you have to be prepared to lose $18. And that's totally up to you. Or you could go to a gorgeous little shop and buy beautiful stationery, and you could give someone a gift pack. Or you could offer them a half an hour free massage if you're a masseuse. Or if you've got something to offer, say this month's special, and you could ring every single client and say, hey, you know, you can ring all your existing clients and say, look, if you've got a friend or a family member that you can refer to me this month, we're giving away half an hour massages if you come into my clinic at this time. Or if you refer me 3 clients, we can actually, give you 10 sachets of something. So it really is about the offer. I don't know how many people do the offer. Who's done an offer before? I kind of like it when I'm going for a target and I'm like, I need 6 more customers and I need them in 3 days, right? So, but please talk to your NMD about your offer, because you don't want to be left out of pocket. You need to make sure that it's viable. Okay, and then the last close is a very cocky and confident one. It's called the nudge. And you've got someone who's been umming and ahhing about Juice Plus for months. But please remember that the reason why people say no and they don't want to do it right then and there is that they've got either a husband that doesn't believe in it, they've got financial issues, they're super skeptical. So the nudge is risky because you could upset somebody, but at the same time, the nudge can be quite necessary for some people and you've got to take that risk. So I would have said to, say, one of my girlfriends who's suffering with panic and anxiety attacks, I would have said, honey, I can't do this anymore with you. I love you to pieces, but I can't watch you suffer like this. I need you to do this with me, right? Now, it's pretty bold, but that's because I care so much. They know that my intention is strong. So the nudge is very strong. So who's ever done a nudge before? Has anyone ever done that with a friend? They've gone, come on, it's time, babe. This is ridiculous. You're not well, And who's done the assumptive close before? Hands up. Right? And who here's done the soft question? Most of us. And who's done an offer? So they're the ways that we can close. So tonight's call was really just about different ways to share Juice Plus. And of course, everyone is different. This is just what's worked for me. This is how I've coached many of my team, and what I've seen in the team that actually put on a lot of customers, they just absolutely believe in what they're sharing with people. And the reason why they do is because the person that brought them into the business in the first place cared about them, made them feel safe, made them feel comfortable. So they've gone out and they feel they have that buddy. And they also feel that they know enough about the product. And sometimes enough is nothing. Who feels like sometimes you've just gone, wow, if I said less, I would have got that customer. So it's really just one way to share. And I want to make that very clear to everybody. This is just what's worked for me. But I don't think sales of any kind is any different. And just to give you 2 quick examples, I used to work at Q Design in Queensland, and I was given the title of top salesperson for the state that year, and it was because I did a $10,000 sale. And the reason being is because this woman came in and she had really daggy clothes on, and I just started talking to her, and I discovered that her house burned down and she was given a $10,000 clothing grant, and she wanted to go back to corporate Australia, and all she wanted was work clothes and all she wanted was Q Design clothes, because she just wanted to make money to recoup the money she'd lost. And we sold $10,000 worth of outfits for her, and I said, no, it doesn't suit you. No, that doesn't suit you, but that looks beautiful. Let's just mix and match. Let's do this and let's do that. And I spent 4 hours with her, and that's because I really cared about what happened to her, and I wanted to be there for her. And it wasn't about selling clothes. I just wanted to light her up. And a second example was when a man came into Orbit Fitness, and I was working I was selling fitness equipment, and the man walked into the store and he had on a daggy pair of stubby shorts and a singlet top. He looked like he was half homeless, and all the consultants ran and said, I'm not taking him. I'll take him, that's fine. So we started talking, and he said he wanted a treadmill. And I said, why do you want a treadmill? And he said, well, I went on this amazing cruise. And I said, wow, tell me about the cruise. And we talked about the cruise for 15, 20 minutes. He was so excited by this cruise and the trip that he'd done. And he said, but the thing that made it so good was being on the treadmill every day and feeling really healthy. And he goes, I haven't felt this healthy for a long time. And I was like, well, what was the difference between being at home and being on the cruise and feeling healthy? And we talked for 2.5 hours, I think even longer, and he bought $25,000 worth of equipment. Now, $25,000 was a normal sale for that kind of business for commercial or corporate, but not for a one-off sale. And the thing is, when you care so much about people and you love what you do and you enjoy what you do and you step out of your comfort zone and go and make new friends, it's electric what you can provide. And I hope that this makes sense with people, but at the moment, this is the most incredible feeling in our business, is that you can tap into the enjoyment of what we do and just truly wanting to help people and light people up and make people feel incredible when you're in their company. You can sell ice to Eskimos every single day because people want what you're on. So I just wanted to know if anybody on our call tonight would like to speak up and talk about when they felt like they were in their flow and it felt effortless. Does anyone have an example? And if you do, can you speak up?
Hey, Natty, some of this verbiage is fabulous. One of the questions that I can see coming through the chat a bit is, if you're sharing with people from your vulnerable space where, you know, you're opening yourself up and you know, sometimes you're a little bit raw and emotional, how do you deal with it when somebody comes back with a frank rejection? What do you think is the structure that people can have when someone comes back and says, look, I ate enough fruits and vegetables, Nat, I don't need this, or I'm healthy enough, I don't need Juice Plus, or I don't know enough people, Nat, so I don't know that I'm going to be particularly good at this. How would you handle it from that perspective? Because it's that rejection in that raw moment that I think people find the most challenging. How would you deal with it?
Well, when you share your story, you're not sharing Juice Plus. You're just sharing, you took a whole food concentrate and then it worked for you. And you're not saying buy it from me. You're not saying it's Juice Plus. So you shouldn't get that rejection. However, if you do, and it's very rare that you do, agree with them. Just say, look, I understand, honey, it's not for everyone. You know, what I find is that there is 1% of the population that doesn't need a whole food concentrate. Those people eat 7 to 10 cups of organic, raw, fresh fruits and vegetables every day. Those people are amazing. And what our business does and what our company does and what our product does is it takes people from having a poor quality diet or an average diet to an excellent diet. And my biggest hope and dream for everybody is that we go back to eating plant-based nutrition and we don't need supplements anymore. So I agree with you.
Yeah, that's brilliant. That's coming back to that feel, felt, found concept that we're talking about all the way along.
If they're like that, you don't want them on the product. You won't have to look after a bloody pain in the ass. I mean, come on. How many of you have been trying your hardest to get that one person on Juice Plus? You know how negative they are. You know how sick they are. You know they're the biggest pain in the ass, but you still keep pursuing them. Are you mad? Let them go. You know, you don't want to invite anyone into this business or on this product who isn't going to be grateful for it. We're a beautiful group of heartfelt women and men in this business, and I'm very proud to know you all. But we want to keep it that way, right? We can't turn them all around. If you're sharing your heart with someone and they've shared their heart with you and you're having that beautiful girlfriend moment, and then they turn around and get defensive and say, I don't want it, that's the wrong friend for you. I'm sorry. That is absolutely the wrong friend for you, because a friend supports you in everything that you do. A friend is interested in who you are and what you do. A friend is someone that wants to see you successful. And I'm not talking about friends you've had for 25 years. I'm talking about even new friends. You know, so guys, it's so important to follow your bliss. When you sit with that woman, does she make you feel heavy or light? If she makes you feel light, spend more time with her. If she makes you feel heavy, freaking run. You have got too much love to give. You know, I want to be a little light worker and work with all these beautiful people. So, for example, today I had 2 coaching calls this morning. I dropped into the beach to see my girlfriends, had coffee, gave them big kisses and cuddles, went to the office, saw 3 of my girlfriends at my co-working space, and gave them, like, I made a big salad today, so I shared it with people, you know, like just doing all these little things. It was a really crazy, hectic day, but I just touched on lots of little things over the course of the day, showing love, being who I am. Dropped into Hyperlarks and said to the girls, I want to come and see you next week. Went to La Buddha, spoke to the girls there and said, gosh, girls, you're so amazing and I love you so much for always making my smoothie, because I do a special smoothie. I have to be special, you see. But, you know, like, I'm just so grateful for all these people in my life, and they know that. So they always ask questions about why I am the person I am. Be the light, and people want to come to the light. That was very, very big answer to a question. Is there any more, Tay?
I think Neha's got a question. What was it? What if they tell you they're not the healthy type? I think you kind of answered that probably with, well, you know, it might not be something that resonates with them. And it's actually okay if there are people out there that Juice Plus, the product or the business, doesn't resonate with. I think you answered that.
I tell you that the only reason they're saying I'm not the healthy type is because they're saying I don't want to have to put in any effort, and it's serving me right now to be miserable, because I'm A, getting attention, B, I'm not having to fail if I try. You know, there are so many reasons. People actually enjoy being, can I just have a show of hands? Who's ever had a time in their life where they've been really flattened down and they're quite comfortable to sit on the couch and watch TV every single night and eat chocolate? Like, they're really comfortable. They're like, I'm okay with this. I have to admit, I've been there myself, where I would be okay with ho-hum for a couple of months. It's not okay. That is just checking out of life and not understanding that you have a great gift to offer the world, every single one of you. And when we get like that, it's serving us. Sometimes we're in overwhelm, so we check out. So, you know, when someone says, I'm just not the healthy type, they're just rejecting the idea of having to be amazing, because some people are scared of their own light. And that's okay. But the thing is, you can't make someone go to the light. You have to be the light so they can follow. And that's all you can ever do. And I remember Bron specifically saying to me in this business, babe, you just live the healthiest version of yourself. You just be the best version of yourself, and they will absolutely want what you're on, and they'll want your life, and they'll want everything. And so I remember never sharing anything negative on social media, never sharing anything negative in a social situation, never shedding light on anything that could quite possibly be going wrong in the business to anybody. They would always go upline and never downline. And so when, you know, and you guys, some of you don't know me well, but most of you do. And I had a really tough year last year, and I was not myself, and no one followed me. You know, that was really hard because I couldn't get out of my funk. But December, November hit last year, and I had a huge shift. And I've been following Bliss ever since, and I just can't keep up with the amount of phone calls and attraction marketing and all sorts of things that are going on, because I finally listened to what was right for me. And the things that light me up, I'm doing so much of that each and every day, and having amazing conversations and connecting with all these wonderful people. So please make sure you're following your bliss.
Awesome job, Natty. I think we've come to the end of the bottom of the hour. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, there's some fantastic verbiage there. I hope you've taken some notes. The most important thing is just remember, guys, we are the messenger. We don't have to be the message. Just share, ask people to have a look, and that's all you need to do. Just a reminder for everybody, we have Kurt Beavers next Monday night. I know that it's Easter long weekend. But honestly, please get as many people as you can onto the call with Kurt Beavers. He's an absolute inspiration. He's an absolute legend in our industry. He's written an amazing book about not just creating a living, but creating a life. And that is certainly what he's done with he and his family through the Juice Plus legacy that he has created. So please, it's a great opportunity to show any prospects the vision and the community, just as Natty has done tonight. So thanks so much, everybody. Thanks, Nat, for sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. Guys, have a beautiful end of the month. Go hard. We've only got a few more days. Ring those last minute people that you know will benefit from Juice Plus, the product of the business, and have a beautiful end of month. See you guys.
Thank you.